Check it out. Let me tell you one.
Freedom for all.
What is up, my MMA brothers and sisters? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk MMA, the live chat version of it. Now, as you can probably notice, I do different videos. I like just talking MMA. So first, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys and girls that left me a comment on that Nick Diaz breakdown. It was 40 some odd minutes. I was like, damn, I don't know if this is going to go well. You know, long videos are typically, you got to kind of invest in those. But a lot of you guys enjoyed it. It is very different from what a lot of media and news and all of that. But y'all got to remember, I'm just your good old-fashioned guy next door MMA fan that built a life around his passion. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can feel that. So let's just get the show started. I got the top stories / in this one, all about fights. I'm actually excited about this one because we're going to talk about more fights that are coming up, a little less of the storylines and that type of stuff. So let's just get into this. Now, I got the live chat going over here, so if you guys are able to pop in there, I will look and see if there's any good old, let's see here, if there's going to be any good old questions and whatnot. Let me just have that ready. All right, let's see here. Let's get going with story number one. Now, I'm trying to see if we're actually online. Doesn't seem like anything has started yet. I'm hoping it is. And there it goes. Sorry about that. We got to make sure it's going, right? All right. Now, the big freaking news that's still kind of going on, and I'm very happy that it's, how should I say this, moving forward. So, Nick Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. If you haven't seen it yet, I did the full interview breakdown with Ariel Helwani and Nick Diaz. Now, I'm not going to talk about the interview much. I spent 40 some odd minutes on that video. What I really want to talk about is that this is moving forward. So about 3 days ago, Jorge Masvidal basically responded. I kind of feel like he was really hoping to do the good old Conor playbook, have a great showing at Madison Square Garden, which ultimately he did. There was a little bit of controversy. It wasn't like it was a quick knockout, that type of thing. But I think he really wanted that Canelo fight. Get it while it's hot. Get that paycheck. Do your best. And get the paycheck at the end of the day, right? This is what it's all about. But watching some videos on Canelo, he wasn't really feeling that. There wasn't a lot of steam behind it. So I kind of feel that since that kind of died down, what's the next big thing? Jorge just wants the next biggest paycheck. All good. That's what this game is all about. So, I want to just kind of quickly mention, this is probably the biggest fight. Now, I kind of pulled up the rankings here so we could take a look at this. So, keep in mind, Kamaru Usman and Colby fighting, which is going to happen, December 14th. I think that's a thing that maybe we're just kind of need to wait until. Because if Colby wins, Colby versus Masvidal could be a very big fight. I don't think as big as Nick, but it's one of those things. It's all about timing. What's going to happen first, right? You would think get the belt. That's for sure going to be more money. There's a rivalry there because they used to be best friends. So you guys tell me. I love hearing what you guys think. This is just my one perspective. I don't really know. Y'all don't really know. But when we talk about it, I think we can find closer to the truth of what might actually happen next. And that's what all of us hardcore MMA fans want to be. I found a new hashtag. Hashtag don't be a casual. Follow your MMA. Follow these guys. Follow fights. All right, let's go to the rankings real quick. So Kamaru Usman, Tyron Woodley, and Colby. Out of those three, all wrestlers. Maybe the Woodley one could be exciting versus Masvidal, but it's just there's not a lot of excitement there compared to the fight with Nick Diaz. Who else do we have? Leon Edwards. I was never a big I know the whole backstage thing. That's all well and good, but Leon Edwards is just not popular enough. He has skills, But Jorge Masvidal knows, hey, that's going to be a fairly tough fight, sure. I'm sure he's confident that he would beat him. But why am I going to spend time fighting him when it's not going to be a big fight? It's not going to be the biggest thing. It might as well be when he has a belt and he's going to get paid big money to fight anybody. So I think that's why that's not going to happen. So our chances are good. I think our chances of getting this Nick Diaz fight versus Jorge Masvidal is definitely possible. I wasn't too sure with the whole interview. A lot of people were like, oh, he's not okay or whatever. Come to find out, if you guys saw the interview with Cesar Gracie yesterday with Ariel, and that's what I kind of felt too. Just maybe he was just a little high. Maybe he had a drink. He's not the social butterfly that like a lot of people are. So the way he communicates, even at 100% sober, isn't exactly the smoothest conversation or interview. Plus, he just doesn't like that kind of stuff. It makes him uncomfortable, makes him uneasy. And come to find out, it was at midnight. I don't know if that's why they had it all dark and dim and whatever, but it was at midnight. So, hey, Caesar basically said, hey, he sounded a lot better afterward. I was worried at first, but no, he's all good. One other thing, let me kind of finish with this. It did remind me also of BJ Penn. It reminded me of BJ Penn now where, it's said that, when he gets into a fight that's coming up, he trains, he kind of cleans himself up. And when he's not, he's drinking, he's lounging around and that kind of thing. So it's almost like I feel that Nick is enjoying his time. He's going out doing all this stuff because he never did it when he was younger. He was always fighting, and he was in this fight world from teenager all through his 20s for the most part, and he never got this release, like the outside life besides fighting, right? But now with the fight coming up, one that really puts a fire under his butt, I can totally see him drop that stuff, get to training, get serious, and get prepared at the end of the day. Get prepared for war. He is definitely one of the best to ever do it. So to really be able to move forward with this conversation, we need to keep talking about it. I'm glad that Nick put out some, him on the speed bag, stuff like that, because apparently people need to believe that he's able to fight and that he's healthy to fight. There's heavyweights and other fighters in general that are way worse than what Nick Diaz is. It's not a big deal. This is a real fight. It's going to be real exciting. It's a big deal. So I'm just happy that it keeps going along. But if you guys don't think so, or if you agree, put it in the comments. I want to hear what you guys think. Is this the next fight for Jorge Masvidal? Because obviously with Nick, this is definitely the fight that he wants. All right, so let's see what is next. If I show you, I'll tell you, huh? Woo, yeah. All right, so the next one, Yoel Romero and Israel Adesanya. Another video where a lot of you guys have enjoyed my reaction to Israel Adesanya's win over Whitaker. So we were going to get Paulo Costa, which Paulo Costa beat Yoel Romero, so it just seemed like the natural thing to do. Now, there's a lot of talk of, oh, well, that's going to be hard to sell. Yoel lost his last 3 fights. Let's think about that for a second. The last fight with Paulo Costa, a lot of people thought Yoel won that fight. I felt it was close. I'd have to rewatch it, but it was just a close fight. It could have went either way. And is that really a loss if it was close? Of course it is, but it's not like he got beat, right? That's different. The 2 fights before that were both from Whitaker, where even those are debatable. A lot of people feel that the second one, Yoel for sure. He beat the crap out of Whitaker. But hey, it's all about rounds, blah, blah, blah. Either way, there's nothing to sell. Yoel is truly one of the best in this division, period. There's no doubt. So let's just take a quick little look of what we're looking at. So Israel at the top. Whitaker just lost the belt, so he's not in the mix. Paulo Costa, he is definitely in the mix, but he got injured. He's out. That's the whole reason why he's not in this one, right? But he's 13-0. Once he gets healed up, he's right there. Then we got Yoel Romero at number 3. And then we got Jared Cannonier right behind him. Now, Jared Cannonier, he's new to the division. He's definitely what Israel would say as the dark horse, which I agree, because he went from heavyweight and has been making his way down. So he's just a lean, mean fighting machine now. So Jared Cannonier is definitely one of those guys that I feel like maybe one more show out in this division, he's right there. So not sure who that's going to be against. We also got Darren Till in the mix now. I mean, he just won versus Calvin. Definitely a great win. But he definitely needs to put in some more work in that division. Derek Brunson, Edmund, he's still Shabazian, he still needs to do some work. And that's really it, man. It's real slim pickings. So the Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya is definitely the next fight to make. Tell me what you guys think. Is that the next fight? Stylebender wants to stay active, so we need to feed the man. Yoel Romero seems like a hell of a man to feed him, so why the hell not? All right, let's see what else we got. What else do we got? Let's keep it rolling. All righty. Now, maybe I should set this up to where I should kind of let my feelings go. I mean, I have historical videos of how I feel about Conor McGregor. To put it in a nutshell, it's very much like the whole here, hold on. Let me see. If you guys got questions, I'm keeping an eye out for you guys. So Conor McGregor, I've always been more the guy rooting for his opponent, hoping that Conor's finally gonna get that loss, because he just would always talk shit. And look, it was entertaining. He did great things with the sport, and he is a hell of a fighter. So with all due respect, for sure. But I love rooting against him. And in this case, we got our good old classic Donald Cerrone. Well, I hope he beats him, because really, Conor needs to be able to beat Donald in order for any Khabib rematch, which I don't even really need to see. Imagine Conor versus Tony Ferguson. Oh my God. So all the fights that are really in Conor's future are killers. He's not going to go down to 145. I don't think he could physically do it anymore. So he's at lightweight, where there's just killers, constant killers. So this is a fun fight. I think it's a great fight for Conor to come back to. I usually don't bring up Conor fights because it's been a lot of hearsays, maybes. But hey, he finally set a date. The opponent seemed like it was always going to be Donald. The newest news is that these discussions are happening. They're getting closer. All good things. So definitely exciting. We'll talk about this a little bit more, but there's some news. It definitely seems that this is going to be the next fight. But if you don't think so, you think it should be something else, I'm curious. What do you think it should be? All right. We're just going to run through these because these are just news, ultimately, and we'll probably talk about it in the near future. The very next fight, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Weili Zhang. So Weili Zhang just came into the UFC, dominated all the way to the belt. She is the one to beat right now. No doubt about it. Now, in the strawweight division, we definitely got Joanna always right there hovering at the top. Then we got Rose. And when Rose lost the belt, man, she was looking as good as she could ever. And she is coming back. So she's in that mix. But either way, I think with Rose, it may be another fight first and then title, just to kind of ease her in. And Joanna, she just fought. She wants another crack at the belt. That's a big fight. So this is in the works. It's not official yet, but this is in the works. And I totally agree that this is the next fight. Strawweight, same thing. You know, there's a skill gap in that division where the best of the best are very slim up there, and then there's a lot of other girls that are good but not really to contend. So the triangle of Rose, Joanna, Weili, and then it slipped my mind, but the past champion that we just had. So it's probably going to be those names that we keep seeing, but at least for the next fight, for Weili Zhang, the champion, Joanna is definitely a great choice and would definitely be a great fight. All right, I got one more here for you. Let's see. This one's freaking going to be great. I got one more for you. Oh, yeah. All right. So Rumble. Now, we've been hearing that Johnson, Anthony Rumble Johnson, have, I think I'm coming back, and little by little, like they keep asking. But it sounds like it's for real. He definitely is motivated to get back into the octagon. He wants to hurt people. He had mentioned that he's even pushed up to 280 pounds, but he wants to slim down at about 240. So it sounds like he's going to be at heavyweight, which, going down to 205, he would lose so much mass that he gained. I think the heavyweight move is definitely good. Because then there's a lot of fights. We got Ngannou up there. Is that the first one you want to see? We got John Jones. Now, let me say this first. With Rumble Johnson, he ultimately needs to get into the USADA pool. It's going to take 6 months for him to kind of do all of that. And if all is well with that, then they can book him a fight. So this isn't going to happen soon. Maybe it's something that happens mid-year, July, maybe that International Fight Week. I'm sure it'll be a big return. So a lot can happen between now and then. So I picked this photo too because these guys never fought. So this is always a fight that can happen. Now Jones it sounds like he's going to fight Dominic Reyes next, which I truly feel that should happen. That's the next fight. And Jones needs to get back out there. He needs to keep fighting, and just continue his greatness, continuing the greatness in your own division. I know he was looking for a lot of big fights, but you need to keep it moving and in your division, especially if there's a well-deserved contender, which there is in Dominic Reyes. But from here till mid next year, let's say John wins. He's going to continue to look for big fights at heavyweight, whether it's Stipe, Ngannou, or any of this craziness. So with Rumble, maybe that's another fight that Jones could have, Rumble could have. So the heavyweight division is definitely starting to look all well and great. But that is all I got, guys. With these live chats, I'm going to continue to wait for this channel to continue to grow. So thank you all you guys who recently subscribed. Leave it in the comments if there's certain things that you do like. I love doing different types of videos. So I'm going to keep that moving. As this continues to grow, I want to do more videos a week. I'm dedicating to at least every Tuesday, but I definitely want to do more, different ones, all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing and really making my dream come true. I love MMA. One of these days I'll do a little tour of all my stuff back here. But it really warms my heart for you guys to say nice things, give me encouragement, and enjoy it, right? At the end of the day, if you're enjoying the video, then at least I'm doing something right, which is great because I love doing this. So thank you guys again. Until next time, peace.